a working visit to the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago by a delegation from the Parliament of Jamaica. The Office of the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago recently received a delegation from the Parliament of Jamaica. The visit, which ran from June 24th to 28th, was designed to share and receive insights into the parliamentary operations of the two parliaments and to consider deeper perspectives on governance and democracy. These were achieved through discussion and engagement on the committee systems and operational processes in both parliaments. The Speaker of the House of Representatives sat down for an interview with the Parliament channel. What is the current structure of the Jamaica Parliament?
Well, some persons will consider it to be a bicameral Westminster-style parliament. What does that mean in very, very simple terms? It means our legislative branch of government is one that is consisted of two houses, one duly elected, we call it the lower house, that is the House of the Representatives, and the Senate.
What is the system of governance in Jamaica?
So if we think about the system of government, we have a tripartite system of government. The judiciary is very independently elected, coming up through the courts, and we also have a very, very robust democratic system of electing those who sit in the legislature. From that, our executive is formed, and that system of the legislature, which functions through the parliament, our executive branch, and the judiciary, literally is what governs our entire country. What is unique is because we have a constitution that one would consider to be a monarchy type constitution, and one wonders, yes, we still have a representative in the crown, the King of England, and that is particularly seen in ceremonial openings and ceremonial functions, and sometimes approvals being done by the Governor General of Jamaica on behalf of the monarch. But by and large, most of the execution of our duties will be seen done by members of Parliament duly elected. We have 63 constituencies, and our Senate with 21 members. And how is this comprised? The Prime Minister recommends 13 members to the Senate, and the opposition will recommend 8 members to the Senate. We, unlike Trinidad and Tobago, do not have independent senators at this time. We have only had it once in our history, and that was when the opposition stood out of Parliament, won election in 1983, I think. And we thought it was very important for democracy to have independent persons in our Senate who would be able to create that balance in democracy. And all 8 members were then independently selected.
What is the function of the Speaker?
Speaker has a wonderful role of being the umpire at Parliament. One is very basic. So we, as presiding officers, myself as Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, when the Deputy Speaker acts, will function in the same exact role based on our standing orders as the Speaker of the House. You're primarily responsible for the procedures and proceedings in the House of Parliament. In the Jamaican Constitution, it's still a little different than Trinidad and Tobago, we realize, because you also get a little bit more involved with the procedures in what you would call your administrative office of the Parliament. So you still provide a little bit of help and oversight. Strange, the Speaker in Jamaica does basic things like organize for vacation leave for a clerk. That is not the case here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we have seen some similarities, some differences, but procedurally, it is exactly as you see it here in the House. You, based on the standing orders, which are the rules of Parliament, will govern the proceedings on the day in question. You keep order in the House. You ensure that there is balance, there is fairness. You do not favor one party or the other. And again, a difference. Trinidad has speakers who are not necessarily elected. I am an elected representative running on a party ticket, but I'm still expected to be balanced. I'm still expected to be fair, and I should treat both sides of the House equally.
What was the main purpose of your visit?
One of the beautiful things about being a part of CARICOM, the Caribbean family, is that you're able to benefit from sister countries like the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago when you have gotten information that they are far advanced in aspects of how they run the Parliament, and particularly the governance structure of the administrative element of the Parliament. And we thought we had some limitations and gaps that we wanted to be able to fix. We looked first at some of your procedures, how you maintain order in the Parliament, the type of documentation that you use. We looked at how you communicated, not just within the Parliament, to staff or to members, but even to the public at large. And one of the key things we thought was important is how far you have reached in terms of your information technology integration. That was a big thing for us. We have learned so much more than we thought we came here to learn. So we have gone leaps and bounds beyond our initial purpose and target because of your team here at the Parliament. We have looked at every element of your organizational structure, and we are excited about returning to Jamaica to see where we are quickly able to implement some of what we have learned on our trip.
How will this visit impact your work as presiding officer?
I'm definitely going to feel a lot more confident in the knowledge I had, what I've learned, because it has given me a sense that it is really about structure and procedures. It's not about you as an individual. And you have that improved confidence because you have seen it operating in a sister parliament. It is concretized in my mind as well that at any time I can reach out to the clerk in the Parliament in Trinidad and Tobago here in your republic, or the Speaker, and I feel so much more comfortable to do so. So I have already started to change some of the procedures we have that were either informally done and to structure in keeping with what I've observed here in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. It allows us to be in a place that where even in how we conduct our activities, we saw opportunities to either do better with time management, do better in how we communicate in the Parliament. We will now be able to implement those as presiding officers. And I'll be able to say, please take a look at the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. What we would like to do is not new.
Your closing statements.
I am eternally grateful for this working experience. It has done more for us than we ever imagined. I can't only say thank you to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago on behalf of my team, but the Jamaican Parliament at large. Your team here, from every single staff member, was very professional, was very engaging. In a day, it felt like we were at home, and we felt so warmly welcomed by the team here at the Parliament. We have learned a lot. You are going to be forever contributing to the enrichment of our parliament in Jamaica. And we look forward to being able to have the opportunity to welcome you to Jamaica, to be able to extend your warm welcome that you gave us. And let me tell you, I leave here saying you are truly the jewel of the Caribbean, because your parliament, I can tell you in my mind, is what I would call a center of excellence in parliaments across the world, and it gives me pride to know that we have a parliament that is a center of excellence right here in the Caribbean. Thank you.